Yo, what's good, familia? You're tuned into another episode of Miguelito To Toe, the realest boxing podcast in the game. Today, we got a real debate. Let's keep it 100. Is boxing still as great as it used to be, or are we watching a sport that's slowing down while trying to speed up? Back then, fighters were outside 4, 5 fights a year. Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, Marvin Hagler. They didn't sit on belts, they defended them. Now, fighters fight once, maybe twice a year, and once they get a title, it's all about protecting that O. I'm not saying it's weak, but it's not hungry like it used to be. Fighters today are more like brands than warriors sometimes. Let's be real. Matchmaking today is too political. You got networks, promoters, sanctioning bodies all getting in the way of the best fighting the best. Back then, if two guys were elite, they met in the ring early and they'd run it back. Now, we gotta wait years just to get fights like Spence versus Crawford, or worse, we never get them. Ducking has become an art form, and the fans are the ones losing out. Now look, I'll give props to modern fighters on one thing: science, nutrition, strength coaches, recovery methods, all next level. But with all that tech, why do we see less dog? Old school guys trained in sweat boxes, ran hills in boots, and still fought 12 hard rounds. They weren't perfect, but they were built different. Yo, this is gonna hurt some feelings, but let's talk heavyweights. Back then, you had Ali, Tyson, Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, Joe Frazier. You could feel the danger when they stepped in the ring. Now, we got some talent. Fury, Usyk, Wilder, no doubt. But does it feel the same? Are today's champs fighting often enough? Fighting each other enough? Hard to compare legacies when the action don't match. One thing the new school got right: access. You can stream a fight from your phone, watch training clips on TikTok, interact with fighters directly. But along with that access comes the clowns. YouTube boxing, influencer fights, crossover cash grabs. On one hand, it brings new eyes to the sport. On the other, it's messing with the culture. People tuning in more for hype than heart, and that's dangerous. Look, I'm not gonna pretend the old school days were perfect. Fighters got robbed, safety wasn't great, and some careers were cut short. But there was spirit, there was urgency, there was honor in competition. Today's boxing has all the tools to be greater than ever, but it's gotta clean itself up. Less politics, more fights, less, less ducking, more daring. Boxing ain't dead, but it sure needs a wake up call. Alright, y'all, that's today's heat. The debate is on. Was boxing better back then, or is it still great today? And we just don't see it yet. Hit me up on IG or TikTok, Miguelito To Toe. I want to hear your take. Next episode, we're diving deeper. Is YouTube boxing helping the sport or ruining it? Yeah, I said it. Until next time, keep your gloves laced, your mouthpiece in, and stay sharp. From Miguelito To Toe.